An officer shot at while he sat in his squad car. That makes 7 law enforcement officers either robbed, attacked, or shot in Baltimore in the last 5 weeks. And now the Fraternal Order of Police has some very strong words for the city. President Mike Mancuso sent us a statement in part that reads, quote, "How out of control has Baltimore become when criminals walk up on a uniformed officer in a marked patrol car and fire shots at the officer. It is any wonder that Baltimore is in the condition it is." And after this statement, Mancuso then tweeted from the FOP Twitter account saying, quote, "The brave men and women of the Baltimore Police Department were told to stand down during the riots, and now we're being told to stand down on an attempted murder of a police officer. Hashtag city in crisis." Well, the incident that Mancuso was talking about happened around 1 o'clock this morning. A Baltimore officer was making a stop on Reisterstown Road when another car tried to hit the officer. Minutes later, the suspect's vehicle was spotted. When a different officer responded there, the suspect got out of the car and began firing. A brief chase happened through some neighborhoods, but it was called off.
It speaks to the brazenness of our criminal element today. Whether or not they have any regard for law enforcement or law at all, and any regard for any consequences, whether real or perceived. We want to make sure that we do our part in finding the people who are doing this and holding them accountable.
Police say they are still searching for the car and the suspect. Neither officer was hurt, and the squad car was not damaged. Well, a truck driver involved in a crash that killed 2 people is facing manslaughter charges. Carlo Watson was indicted Tuesday. The crash happened in March on Route 24 here in Bel Air. The tractor-trailer Watson was driving crashed through 11 cars that were stopped. 7-year-old Trip Johnson and the president of Klein's Family Markets, Andrew Klein, were killed. Several others were also hurt. Watson faces several charges, including manslaughter and using a cell phone while driving. He faces up to 30 years in prison and $30,000 in fines. A woman woke up Tuesday morning to a man sexually assaulting her. It happened here in Odenton on Apple Blossom Lane. The woman was able to scream. The man got out through a window. No word on how the man got in the woman's home. So if you know anything, call police.
We have the muggiest day in our forecast. It's going to collide with a cold front, thus leading to a chance of thunderstorms by the afternoon. Although flooding not a concern from the rain, it is a concern simply because of the high tide and our easterly wind. So with that, a coastal flood advisory is up for Anne Arundel County until Wednesday at 10 a.m., where they could see tide about 1 to 1.5 foot above normal, with high tide coming in at around 4 in the morning. That might lead to some minor shoreline flooding. All of this as we are awaiting the arrival of a cold front. Notice the rainfall out ahead of it, though. It's not very widespread. This is a quick band, so that's what we have in our forecast for us tomorrow. Behind it, temperatures are not going to drop much. We say it's a cold front, but really we could pretend it's a dry front because it takes out any of the moisture. It leaves us with plenty of sunshine in store for us and at least a nice crisp air mass. Here's your futurecast starting you off Wednesday at 5:30 in the morning. Maybe a little bit of that shower activity right around Annapolis. I think the stormy activity, though, is really going to increase for the evening commute. Now at around 5 p.m., you can see our dancing right around. It looks like Owings Mills dealing with some of the lighter shower activity. We do see pockets of yellow, though, and that could mean a rumble of thunder. But did you see how quick it moved? In fact, by 8 o'clock, there's really almost nothing in our area. In fact, hardly any clouds as well, just to the west of the bay. That's an indication of just how quick the storm system is going to be and allows the dry air to quickly come on down. So it's very beautiful for your Thursday and Friday as we get headed into the Labor Day weekend. Rainfall totals from this system, maybe about 1/1600ths of an inch into Parkton, Bel Air, around 400ths of an inch for you. Temperatures tonight, though, with cloudy skies and that muggy air mass, will be on into the upper 60s. It will lead to patchy fog into the early morning hours. Right now, though, I don't think anything will be too dense. Tomorrow, temperatures actually warm up about 5 degrees compared to where they were today, as temps usually peak ahead of a cold front. So going for 81 degrees out toward the Inner Harbor, Westminster 77, and out toward Stevensville around 81 degrees with scattered thunderstorms, especially into the afternoon hours. The humidity is off the chart for tomorrow, though. Anytime we get our dew points above, I'd say 60, it's sticky, and when it's 70, it's almost oppressive. That's where we'll be tomorrow until that front takes out that moisture, leaving us comfortable conditions at least through about Saturday. 7-day forecast for you shows us with the dry conditions on Thursday, gorgeous sunshine staying into the low to mid 80s for us. Another front on down Saturday that takes us back to the lower 80s, but still wonderful, with the front meandering around the region, though, keeping a 30% chance of rain for your Sunday, Monday, and into Tuesday. Let's look at your 7-day forecast. Over to you.
All right, Sabrina, click with us online at WMAR2news.com for updates on top stories and breaking news. Also for news and weather while you're out there on the go, download the WMAR2 app in the App Store. You can watch live radar and get breaking news sent right to your phone. Thanks for watching. I'm Jamie Costello.
This WMAR2 News Update is sponsored by Jones Junction.